In this exercise, I'm going to show you the difference between the minus front and minus back operations in Illustrator. I'm still working inside the primitives.ai file. This time around, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and unite these little highlight wedges right here with the eye paths. So we have sort of those cartoon Mickey Mouse eyes. And I'm going to do that by clicking on the wedge path and then shift-clicking on the elliptical path right there with my black arrow tool. And then I'll go over to my Pathfinder palette. I want to go ahead and combine these two paths permanently. So I'll just go ahead and click on this icon right there. It used to be called subtract. Now it's called minus front. So just click on it in order to cut the wedge out of the ellipse. So much easier than trying to draw this path from scratch using the pen tool. All right, now let's go ahead and do the same thing with these two paths right there. So I'll click on one, shift click on the other with the black arrow tool, and then click once again on what was formerly called the subtract mode, now called minus front. And this is why it's called minus front, is because it subtracts the front shape from the rear shape. And so in our case, I'll go ahead and press Control Z, the ellipse must have been in front of the wedge, and that's what caused our problem. What if we want to subtract the rear shape, which happens to be the wedge, from the front shape? Why then we switch to this last mode right there, minus back. Now, why is it located in a completely different position? Well, because it is incapable of being applied as a dynamic operation. You can't create a compound shape with this option. And otherwise, I think Adobe just figured this was the best place to put it. So anyway, it does happen to be the opposite of this guy right there. So there's minus front. If it doesn't work, if you get the wrong effect, then try this guy, minus back, and you'll get the right effect as we're seeing there. In the next exercise, I'm going to show you how to use the subtract mode, minus front if you will, to create donuts. And I'll tell you what that means.